welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we finished off everything we need to do in our final dungeon, Ultimisia's Castle. And since last time, I don't know if you can see her there poking through Squall and Irvine because everybody's in the same panel, but brought Renoa with us instead because you'll notice our levels are a little bit different too. So what I did was we went to... if you go into the main hall and go up the stairs where you fight the first boss and then go to the left, there's a room called Stairway Hall, but it's specifically the left one. You can fight, there's Tri-Faces in there and there's Ochus in there, and what you can do is, if you run into either of them, you can just farm pain spells from them. Which I meant to do much earlier in the run, but if you junction pain to your status defense, it gives you protection against poison, darkness or blind, silence, and curse, which is great. It's awesome. So I stocked 100 of those on everyone. Well, when I say everyone, I mean our 3 main party members. I didn't stock 600 of them because you don't need that many. Okay, so I think we're pretty well all set. All of our stuff is the same. I did go look. One thing that we missed was in the call shop thing. There's another shop that you can get here. Basically, it's Estar shop with 3 exclamation marks. And there's a shop, if you go to it in Estar, it's closed most of the time. But it's Johnny's shop. And if you can go there and keep trying to access it until you get in, it lets you in. You can buy some really cool stuff there, such as elixirs. And I believe you can buy mega potions there too. I don't think you can buy mega potions from the normal Estar shop though. No. Okay, so first order of business today. We are going to do our test here. Alright, test level 21. Bombs sometimes self-detonate. Yes. Malboros lurk in North Estar. Yes, they do. Combat King is a magazine that introduces combat skills. It sure is, specifically for Zell. You can draw a GF from Elvaret on the communication tower. Yes, you can. You can draw Siren. Even if afflicted with stop while summoning a GF, summoning continues because the GF is not affected by stop. No. No, if you're stopped, the GF stops. I really hope I picked no for that. Defend protects you from all physical attacks, but magic attacks can still inflict damage. No, defend is a defend command. Junction life to raise defense against all elemental attributes. I want to say yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it gives you a bump to all of them. There is a library in Balam Garden. Yes, there is. We visited it many times. Mega Phoenix is an item that casts Phoenix down on all party members. Does it cast Phoenix down? It's an item, it doesn't cast anything, but Mega Phoenix has the same effect as using a Phoenix down on all party members, so I'm going to say yes. You can refine 1 bomb spirit from 1 bomb card. No, bombs refine into... What do they refine into? Is it running fire? It's not bomb spirits. All right, we got it. All right, level 22. Casting Protect over Shell cancels Shell, leaving the party member only with Protect. No, they stack. You may drop Gil and items if your luck stat is low. No, that would suck. To defend against fire attacks, junction Ice Magic to Elemental Defense Junction. No, you would have to junction Fire. Junctioning Reflect to status defense raises your defense stat in 9 slots. That's a really specific number. Sure, let's say yes. Zombie and Pain are sorcery elemental magic. Yeah, no. No, that's not an element. There is an item called High Potion Plus that restores 3000 HP. No. High Potions are upgraded to Mega Potions, are they not? When your seed level goes up, shops give you a discount. No. Or do they? I don't know, I never looked. I thought you had to get the Haggle ability from Tonberry. Or was it Tonberry or is it Cactuar? I think it was Tonberry. If you use the same elemental magic used in the GF's attack, your compatibility goes up. Hypothetically, it would be nice. I mean, it sounds like it makes sense. I've never checked. Sure. When new info is acquired, more explanations may be added to the help menu. Yeah, because that continually updates. A higher hit stat affects the success of draw rate. No. Or the success rate of draw. No. What affects your success rate of draw is your magic stat. Hey, let's go. I'm gonna have to check. My recording timer just reset, so I think... I don't know, something weird's going on there. Let's go with it for now, though. Okay, level 23. You can make Remedy Plus from Remedy. You sure can. Hold down R1, R2 simultaneously to escape from battle, but sometimes you can't run. No. That's not the right buttons. R1 is trigger. The command ability Recover can revive party members from KO. No, that is Revive. Asuna removes status changes, and Dispel removes elemental changes. No. Asuna removes detrimental statuses, and Dispel removes buffs. Under Regen, HP is restored regularly, even if you are afflicted with Stop. No. No, when you're stopped, it doesn't... Like, so, Regen restores your HP, I'm pretty sure, whenever your turn rolls around. Kind of the same way, it's like the reverse way that Poison works, I'm pretty sure. You can't use any limit breaks when cursed. Yeah, I believe that's true. Berserk raises attack power, but the only command activated is attack. Yes, and it's automated. There is an ability to make Remedy from Malboro tentacles. Pretty sure you can refine those. Float expires after a certain time. Yes, as does, like, pretty much all beneficial buffs. Protect reduces physical damage by half. Does it? That sounds reasonable. I guess it was reasonable. Okay, 24. Use Asuna to cure slow. Yes. Setting float to elemental defense junction raises defense against earth elemental attacks. Yeah, it does. Because the whole concept behind that is like you're casting float to float above it so earthquakes can't affect you kind of thing. The ATB runs even while a GF is appearing. No, it doesn't. Auto Reflect casts Reflect on you as long as you don't fall under KO. No. Auto Reflect has Reflect on you regardless of your KO status. So, like, as long as your character is, like... As long as your character's got HP in the positives above 0, you have Auto Reflect. So, no. The moon signifies GF abilities. I believe it does. There are a limited number of abilities a GF can learn. Yes, they are finite. Protect keeps reducing damage with each use. What do you mean by that? It doesn't stack. When you use it, it's the same reduction. It's just it wears off after a while. So let's say no. You get poison along with HP when using Drain against a poison target. No. A weapon can break after multiple battles. It can be fixed. No, they don't break. Thankfully, they don't break. If you are silenced while you are afflicted with Confuse, you cannot use magic. I don't know if the Confuse can override that, though. I'm pretty sure it can go into your magic menu and like, pick a spell to use. But I believe it will just fail. So, yes. Hey, let's go. $25. You can mug a laser cannon from an enemy called Elastoid. Sure. GF Leviathan's skill Tsunami causes a forest fire. No. Quite the opposite. Use Amnesia Greens to make GF forget an ability. Yes, and we did that when we used the Amnesia Greens on Quetzalcoatl, I think. To learn the... Was it Quetzalcoatl we used it on to learn ability time... the ability times 4? From the Rosetta Stone? There is an ability to see save points and draw points you can't usually see. Yes, it's called Move Find, and we have it, and we love it. GF gains more experience if only one GF is junctioned to a party member. Oh! Is that why Ifrit wasn't gaining so many levels? Was because we had too many GFs junctioned on Squall? We'll go with it, I guess. It is good to return to Balam Garden once in a while to collect your seed salary. No, you get that automatically. I mean, it's good to go there once in a while, but you don't need to. The magic Watera and Waterga are more powerful than the magic Water. No, because they don't exist in this game. You only have water. Counter doesn't react to attacks which affect all party members. I'm pretty sure counter has to be used in a, like... I'm pretty sure the counter won't activate unless it's a single target attack against the character that has counter equipped. So I'm going to say yes. GF can learn an ability to succeed in every mug by using an item called Bandit's Hand. No. You can draw magic that causes curse. Yes. No. No, you can't. I was thinking of something completely different. Okay. Using Drain on the undead damages you. Yes. Yes. If you use Cure spells on the undead enemies, it heals them. So if you were draining their HP away, it's the opposite effect of what you would expect in a normal enemy. The character ability Initiative enables you to begin battle with a full ATB gauge even when you are back attacked. It sure does, and I love it. The command ability Dark Side inflicts darkness on a target when you make a physical attack. No, I'm pretty sure Darkness, or Dark Side, I'm pretty sure that works the same way as at the beginning of Final Fantasy IV when you have Cecil as a Dark Knight, you use, is it just called, pretty sure it's just called Darkness, right? Where it uses a bit of your HP to hit all targets, but I think what it does is it uses a little bit of your HP, like a certain percentage or something, to increase your attack for that use. So no, it doesn't inflict darkness, that's for sure. Holy is the only holy elemental magic. I believe it is. Even GFs that are not junction gain experience and AP. No, they don't. Shell reduces the effectiveness of recovery magic by half. I would have to assume that because Protect reduces physical damage by half, that Shell would reduce any magical effects by half. So magic damage and magic healing would be reduced by half. So yeah. With a high evade stat, you sometimes evade attacks even when under sleep. No, when you're sleeping, you don't. You can make GF forget an ability, yes, through amnesia greens. Doom continues counting down in the field even after you run from battle. No, it doesn't. Thankfully, no, it doesn't. Attack magic is more effective if your strength rather than magic stat is high. No. Hey, let's go. $27. Haste reduces draws success rate. No. Your seed salary relates to how many enemies you have defeated. Yes, because if you go long enough in the field, taking, so the way you get your seed salaries is based on a number of steps. You have to take a set number of steps until it registers and you get paid. But if you haven't taken a certain number of battles between your last salary and your next one, I don't know how many cycles it'll go through though. I don't think it's just one cycle. I think if you go a cycle without a battle and then you go to the next cycle without a battle, it'll do it then. But you'll actually drop a rank. So, yes. The double GF ability summons multiple GF simultaneously. No, that would be cool though. Choose rearrange in the menu to rearrange items automatically. No, rearrange is when you want to do it manually. Sort is what you pick to do it automatically. Every monster has a weakness. No, they don't. Bio weakens a target's cell structure to make the body more vulnerable. No. Bio is a poison element attack. It's harder to run when back attacked. Is it? It seems reasonable, so sure. Flare is a fire elemental magic. No, I'm pretty sure Flare's non-elemental. You can find out how many monsters you have defeated. Yes, you can. There is a tracker for that in your tutorial screen. Party members not participating in battle also receive a small amount of XP. No, they don't. Okay. 3 more tests. It maxes out at 30, so A higher speed stat fills the ATB gauge faster. Yes, it does. You can remove Doom with Asuna. No, I don't think you can. I think Doom needs something else. I think with Doom, actually, I don't think there is a way to cure it. I'm pretty sure with Doom, you have to, like, you either get KO'd by having the timer run out, or you win the battle. Magic attack means attacking with any type of magic except for holy magic. No, because holy magic is included in magic, so magic attack means attacking with any type of magic. No magic removes Doom. I believe that's the case. Pain inflicts poison, silence, and darkness on enemies, but sometimes not all three status changes will occur. Yes, because if they're immune to silence, you can still get poison and darkness on them. If they're immune to poison, you can still get silence and darkness. Or if they're immune to all of them, it just won't work. So that's yes. Staying at a hotel removes status changes and restores all HP. It sure does. You can stop Squall's Renzokuken by pushing X. No. There is no way to stop that. Once you're in, you're in. You can skip out on hitting the R1 for the trigger, but, I mean, it's still gonna go. You're still gonna get the hits. Double or triple lets you use the same magic multiple times. Yes, it does. Petrify wears off after time passes. No, I wish it did. Using soft while petrifying won't stop the countdown. No, if you have the petrify status inflicted, your countdown timer's going down. I believe you can use that to, like, you can use the curative item to stop the countdown. Yeah. The game agrees with me. Phoenix Heart restores party members from KO. No, that's Phoenix Pinion. And Phoenix Down. And Mega Phoenix. A GF in KO is revived in the next battle even if you don't revive it. No. If they get taken out in battle and you don't use a GF returner, they don't auto revive. Casting double while under double turns the status into triple. No, it doesn't. Magic up raises the magic stat by 1. Is it 1 specifically, though? I'm pretty sure it's always 1. The ability rare item changes the probability of enemies dropping items. Yes, it changes the probability that you'll get the rare drop if they have one. The Galbadian soldier Biggs, who was on the communication tower, is a colonel. No. Biggs is the underling, I think. You need at least 3 magic in stock to use triple. No. I think what it'll do is it'll get you to pick a third one, but you'll only use the first 2 and whiff on the third one. If 2 party members are under zombie and you become inflicted with confuse, the game is over. No. Fortunately, no, that's not the case. Meteor chooses targets randomly from the enemy group. Yes, it does. Meltdown is a magic attack that melts enemies. If only. Some of the questions in here are like, they're actually hilarious. Okay, last one. We will begin the seed written exam. Will you take level 30 test? Yes, challenge accepted. It is good to use float when fighting Thrustavis, who uses earthquakes. They don't use earthquakes. You can get sheer feathers from them, though. There is no point using life or full life on party members who haven't been KO'd. That's true. Full life doesn't work unless you're KO'd. If you receive 800 HP damage while summoning a GF with 500 HP, the difference of 300 HP are received by the summoner. No. No, your GF just goes down. The rest of the damage is nullified. Torama sometimes drops an item called Torama's Beard. No, absolutely not. That would be hilarious, though. Casting Aura under Curse will bring your status back to normal. No, you'll be afflicted with the Aura status, but you'll have Curse stacked with it. You won't be able to use your limit, so it's a waste of an Aura. There is a monster called Grabia on the Galbadia continent. No. Silence is not removed even after battle. Yeah, no, silence stays on as a status effect after battle. Reflect always returns magic to the one who cast it. Not necessarily. If you use... So say you have like Squall with Reflect casted on him, and the enemy's got Reflect casted on them, but you don't want your spell to bounce off, but you still want to hit them with the spell, you just cast it on yourself and it bounces it over to the enemy, so... no. Status can change while under Petrify. No, you can't even take damage when you're petrified. After the timer is done. After the countdown timer is done and you turn to stone, you can't even take damage. You'll get hit for 0. The only way for GF to learn abilities is to gain AP. No, you can get items for them to learn. So, no. Hey, let's go! Top rank! Oh, our seed rank is A. Okay, so let's... give it a save. Yeah, look at that. Seed rank A in the bottom corner there. I think we're happy with where we are. So now, okay, so let me go over this real quick, because we're going to go do the final boss now. So, the final boss is going to pick 3 characters from our party at random. Now, Ultimisia is the final boss. Spoilers. And her first, and spoilers, she has multiple forms. The first form, you can get really lucky. So if we get, let's say, Renoa, Selfie, and Quistis in the first party, the first form of Ultimisia has, like, no HP because her level is determined by... Or, no. I think it's determined by your whole... Is it all 6 characters? I don't know. I don't remember if it's all 6 of them or if it's just the 3 that it picks. And then, if you have a character in your party that you don't want, you can just attack them to get rid of them. So if we get Quistis, Selfie, or Zell in our team, we'll just get rid of them. And then it'll eventually beam in one of the others, but so... I might take a death early in, or well, not early in the fight. It happens pretty late in the fight, but I kind of want to show off the Apocalypse spell because this is the only place that you can see it. I don't know. I don't think I want to. You'll probably see Ultimisia cast it anyway. Let's do this. Oh, no, 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 no. I forgot. I might take a death here. I wanted to have the item command. You can't even pause here. Like, I'm hitting the pause button and it won't pause. Wow, she's obsessed with seeds. Curse with a K? Oh, I guess she just doesn't really use C's. Insolent fools. She's an edgy lady, eh? Just, you know, getting all the K's in there like the cool kids. Cool kids with a K. I love the music in this last set of battles. Oh, it's so good. Some of my favorite final boss themes in the entire series. Oh, there goes Quistis. Shucks, what a shame. Absorbing the time. Hey, there's Renoa. Bye, Zell. If Renoa has the item command on, I'll leave it. If she doesn't, though, Angelo Rush. Hey there, little guy. Oh, she's got item. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. I totally forgot that I had swapped out Renoa's draw command, or draw or magic, for item. And yeah, I'm going ham on the Mega Elixirs. I don't even care. Let's see how much Selfie does. She might not even survive this. Oh wow, she survived it. Dunk. Well, Selfie's done now. Thanks for healing Irvine. That's great. Dunk. Dunk. We'll heal her up. I'm in no particular hurry. We're gonna... There's our boy Squall coming in hot here. Absorbed into time. Well, it was nice knowing you, Quistis, Selfie, and Zell. Dunk! Oh boy, 700 damage. Whatever will we do? The most powerful GF. Who's the most powerful GF? It couldn't be Eden, could it? Ah. Now, if it's not apparent, this is Griever. This is basically a manifestation of Squall's idea of the most powerful GF. What are we doing here? You better not. I wonder if you can cheese the death spell with like a holy war or a hero or something, because we still got a bunch of those. Let's try it. What? That sucks. Ah, you missed. So there, we showed off one of Renoa's limits, but it did nothing, so... Wow, really? We missed all those? Oh, we don't got very many meltdowns left. Renoa's still invincible, so... It's such a great song, man. And you can hear where some of the inspiration from some of Kuja's theme for the battle you have with at the end of Final Fantasy IX comes from. All right, she merged. She merged. Get a meltdown here. Thanks for healing Squall. Really appreciate it. There we go. Where's a good old Lionheart when you need one? I think I'm gonna use, I may use a Holy War here just because we have them. Man, these things are just going down. You've been split. Oh boy. Did we do it? That helix thing's still there. We gotta use a Mega Elixir with Renoa. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, she's got no face! What is up with you, lady? I thought you already compressed time, though. What happened to your Ks? I thought she was being edgy and only using Ks without Cs. Oh, come on, man! Wow, those go fast. Okay, we got a blasting zone. We absolutely need to get a Mega Phoenix off with Renoa right after this. There we go. Where's the lion hearts, man? Did you just forget you have it? We'll get a limit here with Irvine too. Look at the damage. We should get a Renzo here, because Squall's going to be down to 1 HP. There's the Lionheart. Oh, by the way, this is the part where you can draw Apocalypse from her bottom half. It's not a junctionable spell, though, because this is the only place you can get it. If you want to use it in a normal run, you have to use, like, Game Shark or Game Genie or something. I don't know. Look at that. No damage anymore. Irvine's limit can be so busted. There's Strong Apocalypse. We're gonna take out the bottom half. I love it when it gives you the menu so you can actually see what you're doing. Wow, this is going phenomenally well. There, we'll get a haste on everyone. Uh-oh. There's Lionheart. I don't think it matters how much you do here when she starts talking. You just have to attack her until she finishes talking. Mind you, I don't know how she's talking. She doesn't have a face. All right! We used the Holy War for nothing! Let's go! The most dramatic Irvine shot you'll ever see in the game. Notice when it exploded, it almost looked like a clock. Yeah, I'd say that's curtains for Ultimisia there. Notice how she doesn't have a face because her head's upside down on the bottom. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. If you rewind like 10 seconds while she's exploding, if you look at the bottom of the screen right underneath her, you can see her upside down with like her head flailing. It almost reminds me of Anima from Final Fantasy X. . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Well, glad to see Selphie and Zell didn't get absorbed by time. They got brought where everyone else is. Hey, and Quistis is here too. What are you guys walking on? Well, I will say, that final boss fight went phenomenally well, even though I only had the item command equipped on Renoa. I was expecting her to give us a much, much harder time. Because, like, if she can get those 2 helixes out, she can cast some pretty nasty spells in that phase where she combines, or she merges with Griever. She can do some pretty gnarly magic, so, and I mean, she hits, like, really, really hard. Mind you, if you take down, if you're playing through this, and you can manage to take down the Omega weapon, realistically, you shouldn't have a problem with Ultimisia. It's just a long fight. Because, like, it's 4 phases. You could argue 5, because the first Griever has, like, 2 phases, because he switches over to a different set when he gets down to, like, half health. So you fight Ultimisia, and then you fight Griever at the full health state, then you fight Griever at the half health state, then you fight the combined state, and then they split, and then you go into the last phase where Ultimisia has no face. Oh, interesting. So Squall's visiting her from the future, and she doesn't recognize him because he doesn't exist in that form yet. Yeah, so this is kind of getting back to the Final Fantasy I roots, where, like, you're in, like, a time loop. So now I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember specifically who she was talking about before, but there was a conversation a while back with Adea where she was talking about how she first got her powers, how it happened to her, like, twice where she ran into a sorceress. And I'm pretty sure this is like a cycle of that. Can't tell you that, ma'am. It's classified. And she's like, what? Seed? Garden? You're that boy from the future. This is another reason why I don't like time travel. It gets so convoluted because you see the foreshadowing in the story, and then when you get to the end of it, you see everything come full circle, and it still doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, it makes sense to a degree, but, like, having 2 instances of Squall there, so little baby Squall from the future, seeing the events that transpired to get Adea her sorceress powers, Squall coming back, planting the seeds of the ideas of Garden and Seed into her mind, telling her that it was her idea to begin with because it was. But it's all just like a never-ending, like, time loop. It's just, it gets so convoluted. If I call out, they will answer. Who? Ghosts? More importantly, what is Squall standing on? Yes, Squall, for the 30th time, you're alone. You're trapped in the void, but remember, just because the void is empty doesn't mean there's nothing in it. There's a creepy thought to ponder. I hate how they letterbox cutscenes and stuff. Like, it's bad enough in the remaster that you're playing on a cropped screen to begin with. Like, there's big black bars all around the outside border of the screen the whole way through. You just can't see it for the most part because I have it cropped out. But for this, like, even with the cropping that I did, you still have the letterbox, and it's ridiculous. I may have to pull the audio out for this, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, because I mean, I imagine I will, because Square's been pretty heavy-handed with their takedown stuff. There was some stuff in Final Fantasy 16 that I had to trim the audio out of too. And I mean, realistically, you can't play the oh no spoilers card on this. The game's almost 30 years old. In 3 years, this game is 30 years old. Is that not wild to think about? I'm not really a fan of the way this last scene plays out. Because, like, when you see stuff like this, it's like... It kind of emphasizes that people get complacent and they forget the faces. But it's also, like, an implication that she was possessed by the sorceress, which is why it's specifically affecting her face. Because, like, Ultimisia at the end had no face. I'm pretty sure it wasn't when we fought Adele. Wasn't Adele's face hollowed out at some point too? But the problem that this creates is that this is almost like one of those end of life flashbacks where, like, you have a near-death experience, your life flashes before your eyes, and everything comes kind of screaming through, which furthers the theory that some people have that Squall actually died at the end of Disc 1. and everything past the end of disc 1 is like a figment of his imagination, which is why the story gets so wild. I don't necessarily buy into it. I think this is them trying to do some weird things to settle the conflict that Squall's got in his mind with the influence of the sorceress around Renoa. But I mean that, you can't tell me you see that and not think, oh man, maybe Squall's dead. Maybe he did take the giant L at the end of disc 1 when he got impaled. There's an end of game trophy? Really? Yeah, this definitely gonna have some different music here. And now you have to start asking yourself, did everyone take the L here and join Squall in the afterlife? Because where they are literally makes no sense. Because if Ultimecia was responsible for time compression, then the time compression realistically should be gone. But how does it just plop them there in the field? I mean, it's video game logic, but my mind doesn't, my brain doesn't brain that way all the time. Pokeballs in the water? You'd think after all this time, Seifer would have changed his shirt from when he was a kid. You had a fish, now you don't. Hey, there's the garden. Hey, Laguna's doing all right too. That is a gigantic moon. Yep. They officially were married. So if you haven't put it together yet, spoiler alert, massive spoiler alert, but if you hadn't quite put it together yet, Laguna and Rain, Squall's parents. That's why Laguna ties into this. That would be partially what's responsible for Squall referring to Alone as sis all the time. Because not only did they end up at the orphanage, but he was actually like half siblings. Oh, there he's got his waifu back to normal. The one thing I really don't like about this ending is that they leave a lot of the story unexplained. Like, there's plot elements through here that I feel like should have been explained in the ending. They still haven't explained what the significance of the sorceress is yet. Like, we know that the sorceress existed. Sorceresses. And we know that there was one from the future that was coming back trying to compress time, but other than Zell about to choke on a hot dog, it don't really give you too much to go on. It's just the sorceress. Woo, big spoopy magic caster. And based on what the sorceress was doing, it's essentially all Estar's fault. Because they were like cultivating the sorceress. Sorceresses. Oh, there's Angelo. Yeah, of course. There's Renoa. But where was Squall? They didn't show him. Could he have not made it? The implication is that he's there just off camera. Why they refuse to show him, I don't know. I don't know if that's like people in the dev team trying to give a nod to a theory that they had with the story. I don't know, there's some of the stuff, I'll say it again, not necessarily a fan of the way they handled those aspects of the story. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's an awesome game. Once you figure out how the junction system functions and you get the hang of using it, it's actually one of the easiest games in the series, in my opinion. But with the way the junction system works, you can come back to this game for like unlimited replay value. You can do challenge runs of all kinds. You can do things where like you only limit yourself to certain junctions. Say like you only allow your characters to equip one GF each. And you only allow junctions to, I don't know, status and elemental. You don't allow stuff on your basic stats. Or you do like a low-level challenge, or a level 100 challenge, or a solo character challenge, because that's possible to do. I mean, realistically, it has to be solo Squall. There's a couple sections, though, where like you have other characters forced into the party, or like there's that section where you're in the prison, where Squall is taken prisoner at the end of Disc 1. Where like you're forced to use the other party. And there's the other part where you're going to the missile base where you have Selphie forced into the party. So there's those segments, but it is possible to do like a solo Squall run. Let's see. Squall make it? Yeah, there he is. But because of the way things went with the time compression and the events at the end of Disc 1, you have to ask yourself, is this actually happening? Or is this all figments of Squall's last moments of consciousness? Oh no, is the garden flying to the moon? Personally, I don't really buy into the theory that Squall's dead, but I mean, I understand where it comes from and what justifications are used to qualify that statement. And I lied, it's not 3 years, the game will be 30 years old, it's 4, but you know, close enough. But that's it for Final Fantasy VIII. That playthrough went extremely quick, and our last boss went by really quick too. But we will call it here. Overall, absolutely phenomenal game. If you haven't played it, play it. Pick it up, get it, play it. Whether it's the original, doesn't matter if it's on PS1, PS TV, doesn't matter if you buy the PlayStation Store version, the remastered, it doesn't matter. Get it on Steam, whatever console you have. Highly recommend getting it if you haven't already. And play with the junction system. Play with different GF combinations. Heck, if you feel confident enough, try beating the game without junctioning at all. There's a challenge. The soundtrack is phenomenal. It's a bit of a departure in some aspects, but you can hear the musical ideas that were carried forward from this point on through the rest of the series. And there's some pretty strong musical themes that do get carried forward from this game onward. You can see if you can pick them out. It was nice. This was the first, like, and if you look at this game came out roughly around the same time as Parasite Eve. Like, they were very close on their releases, and the visual style is basically almost identical. But when you're looking at Parasite Eve, that's like a survival horror RPG. But so I always like to think of Parasite Eve as Final Fantasy VIII in the Resident Evil universe if Squall was lightning from Final Fantasy XIII. It's kind of a convoluted explanation, but we'll get to Parasite eventually too. But yeah, I mean, the story of this game for the first little while, I think they had a really solid idea with what they were doing, following like the sorceress and, like, you know, missions with the garden. And then everything after, like, say the middle towards the end of Disc 2, after you get done with fighting, I guess it would be the beginning of Disc 3-ish. After you finish off the events of when you clash with Galbadia Garden, and you fight the sorceress there for the second time, when you fight Seifer and Adea. After that, the story just kind of, it feels like almost like they ran out of ideas and they're like, what do we do? Sorceress. What next? A sorceress from the future. And then they had to wrap time travel into it. But I feel like they were just kind of running out of ideas. I mean, it's a unique idea. It's just, I think it could have been executed a lot better, because time travel in video games, when you're trying to replicate or like a mostly realistic universe, it doesn't work. Like, it leaves too many plot holes, and it's bad. The other thing is, I wish they would have done more with Laguna. That's the one thing. Like, I found, like, the flashback sequences were cool, but I wish they would have expanded on them more. I mean, I understand they would have probably had to make this game 5 discs, but at the same time, if they were giving this a remake or a remaster, I feel like they could have expanded on Laguna's story and had some expansion on his flashbacks as like a separate DLC pack that you could buy as like an incentive to pick up the game. That would have been really cool to see. Because like you get little snippets of what Lagoon was doing, but you don't, the only real boss you fight as Laguna is the Ruby Dragon, but that's it. Everything in between is just kind of mystery, but I feel like they could have had like almost like the Crisis Core treatment on this, where they could have made a prequel to Final Fantasy VIII that dipped into kind of the exploits of Laguna, Kyros, and Ward, and like fluff out the story with him and Rain, and go into a little bit more of the origins of Squall and how he came to. I know Laguna goes over how Squall came to be at the orphanage. Like he was away chasing his dreams or whatever he was doing, being the dopey guy he is. He was away. Rain got sick. Rain died. Squall and Alone were Squall and Alone were left alone, and ended up with the orphanage. And Laguna couldn't bring himself to go pick him back up, so he ended up president of Estar. But like, it would have been cool to see some exposition into that background a little bit more, and just being able to flesh out some more like the finer details of the story. 'Cause, I mean, there's not really much to go on, which is why like it wouldn't warrant like an entire game. It could be like just a DLC pack that they make in this same engine, which would be kind of cool. But at the same time, I think it's fine as it is. And like, if you're okay with the plot holes and you can justify leaving them as they are, then I mean, whatever. I mean, overall, the story's it's not horrible. It's just it falls off with all like the time compression stuff and like how wacky things get going into space, and it's just it gets wacky. But I mean, it's still not bad. And I mean, overall, the game's fantastic. I know a lot of people hate on it because of the junction system and I don't know, whatever else they can find to complain about. Squall the emo teen. But yeah, if you haven't picked it up yet, highly recommend picking it up. You can find multiple playthroughs of this and look up some like challenge runs and stuff once you've played through it a couple times. Could not recommend it more. And even with all the hokey crap in the story, it's still one of my favorites in the series. But I think we will put a pin in that and call this a playthrough, and we will move on to the next. So, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, thanks for watching.